What's going on, Moose family? Welcome to a special interview with the king of waivers himself, Mr. Jim Flanagan. Jim, how the hell are you today?
Hey, what's going on, Giant man? It's been a great break here, holiday break, but we're back. Moose Hockey League, back in serious business, man. You know, you mentioned me, king of waiver games. Maybe so, man. I mean, we've had a lot of them. I think over 40 already here this season, man.
www.mooseonice.com. Follow us on Twitter at Moose on Ice. Yeah, there's no question about it. Some of these guys, Flanny, some of the usual suspects, they're a little bit critical. They're concerned about some of these guys' availabilities and things of that nature. Why don't we put any of these concerns to bed over here, Jim? Some of these guys like McSwagger, I'm talking about, this guy's going to become a phenom. O'Banion, Met skydiver. What can you say about some of these waivers and how active are they currently when we're running just 3 waiver games per week? And that's not even the case at all times.
Now they're real super active. I'm really excited about the guys, especially this season, the waiver class that we brought in here, and bottom line, Giant, what it comes down to, man, with the whole waiver games. I mean, this thing started before the season started, man. We had scouting games going, and then we went on to waiver games, and then when the next season comes up, it's gonna go back to scouting games. And I think these games are very crucial, especially in this style league that we play here, because you look at other leagues and you look at the Moose Hockey League. What separates us from other leagues, we run smaller size roster teams. And in order to do that, you got to have a successful waiver pool. Because without a successful waiver pool, the MAHL does not exist. You know what I mean? And one major factor I got to point out here, Giants, for the waiver games, what guys got to realize before the season even started, every season we come in, there's a lot of flakeouts. We're always concerned, are guys going to drop? Guys just going to sign up and disappear, not knowing, And I think the big part this season why there wasn't a lot of flakeouts, where a lot of guys brought up a lot of concerns, was because of these type of scouting waiver games. Because, Giant, let me ask you a question. Let's say you signed up for the Moose Hockey League, mooseonice.com. This is your first time on here, but you signed up a bit late. Season already started, so you're waiting for the next draft. Now, let's say we don't run waiver games. Let's say there's no scouting games, okay? And you're just waiting for the draft. How many of those guys are going to either forget about the league, don't even realize when the draft's going to take place, or lost interest because they're just sitting out there and waiting? What these waiver games, scouting games brought before the season started, a lot of these guys played in these, and and bottom line is, people want to play 6-for-6 hockey. Whether you're playing in the MHL, in the MAHL, or these waiver games, you're getting 6-for-6 hockey. That's what you get. That's what the Moose Hockey League's all about. I know we have great media. I know we have this and that, man. Tournaments, you name it. But bottom line is, the Moose Hockey League is a 6-for-6 hockey league. And with these scouting games, guys are able to play 6-for-6. They stick around. And that's why when draft day came, you know what I mean, we didn't have much flakeouts. And even now, man, as this waiver pool, I have guys on over like 20 guys on each night, man. I mean, there's nights where we have to separate and run 2 waiver games at one time, man. And, which is great, man, because this means we have waivers on hand, waivers for call-ups, waivers for, teams that need players added to their roster. And this prevents any type of sim losses, man. So it's a plus for everybody all around, man.
Yeah. It's not only that, Jim, but the fact of the matter is, a lot of guys don't want to be riding pine. There are a lot of guys out there, and no system is perfect. There's no question about it. But there haven't been any sim losses whatsoever. Maybe there has been excessive rescheduling and things of that nature. Season 13, but there has not been one sim loss yet. Couple of things I'm concerned about and I'm very excited about is, again, there are some guys that are out there. They're trying to get, and some of these are veteran Moose members, guys like Crazy Bad, a couple other guys, Tip City Dude. They're just either crying on the forums or they're just sitting on the bench. So those guys have an opportunity too. Crazy Bad's been playing in some of these waiver games as well. When we got the room over there, we're trying to get them there. But there's an opportunity over here, and we haven't even chose captains yet for season 14, Jim. But it's right around the corner. I'm pumped up. I did some scouting games last week. just for the MHL or whatever. But I mean, there's plenty to go around over here. You guys know these guys can't be touched with the MHL right there. Some of these captains over here, they're crying about the guys with the MHL rights. They're being called up all the time and stuff like that. MEC is trying to look into that as well. I don't think the system could get much better than this, Flanny. You said it yourself. I mean, these guys, they're active. They want to play. They don't want to ride the pine. That's why they're here 3 days a week. That's why these guys are playing so much games, Flanny.
Giant, man. I mean, our system on here, you look at every other league, these guys run 17, maybe 18-man rosters, and they're still getting sim losses. I checked out this one league. First week, they had over 20 sim losses already. Then, on top of that, last game of the season, man, for a lot of these teams, were sim losses. Another over 20 teams being sim lost. You come to the Moose Hockey League, I told you before the season started, I guaranteed it, man. And we only got, after this week, there's only one more week left in the AHL, and there hasn't been any sim losses. I don't even think there's any games that went under 6-for-6, man. So, I mean, that point, man, our rosters here in the Moose Hockey League are very slim, man. We don't run these big-time rosters because we have a successful waiver system, man. And this waiver system makes things happen here in the Moose Hockey League. And I think the key factor in making waivers active and making that waiver pool successful is these waiver games, because these waiver games give you 6-for-6 hockey. They give you stats, you know what I mean? They give you video replays you can watch. Without these waiver games, a lot of guys lose interest. Because let's say you were a waiver giant. Let's say there was no waiver games going on, man. There's no waiver games. We had seasons where we didn't have waiver games. We might have had 20, 30 people on the waivers, but it sucked, man, because there wasn't no waivers on a night that you needed waivers or your team needed, because we didn't. I feel because we didn't run waiver games. With waiver games, these guys are guaranteed 6-for-6 hockey, man. They're guaranteed whether they're getting it on waiver games, whether they're getting it filling in for AHL games, or being picked up by one of these AHL teams. So, they don't have to play a guessing game, like come on and be like, hey, let's see if I'm going to be picked up tonight to fill in from these AHL games so I could play some hockey. No, these guys coming on, they're getting waiver games right off the back, and they might be picked up even for AHL games. So I think that factor does help out, man. It makes these guys want to come on, you know what I mean? And are not just like deadbeats that are like, oh, it's a Hollywood fail recruit here, man. No, man. Have waiver games, and it definitely makes the waiver pool a lot more successful, makes the league a lot more successful. You mentioned about the rosters, Giant. One guy told me before the season, he said, the reason we have no sim losses here is because we run 9-man rosters. I disagree with that totally, man. I think this season, if we ran with 8-man rosters, we still wouldn't have sim losses. And here's why. Scouting games before the season started, which means all these signups, there wasn't much flakeouts beginning of the season. Waiver games. Waivers constantly on there. Teams needed players. They were able to get them off the waiver pool. Teams need fill-ins. They got them every night. So I think bottom line is, man, keeping these guys active in the league, and not just waiting for the next draft, man. And, because if you do that, these guys will leave, and one guy will point at me saying I was a bad recruit, man.
Nah, it's not only that. This is the future of the Moose Hockey League, Moose family. So you got to understand, these guys are active out there. There's somebody there for these guys to do waiver games. I know right now it's pretty much only me and you, Flanny. But come next season, I'm sure we'll get a lot more help. Make sure you guys hit Flanny up. We'll be discussing that on the radio and stuff like that. Flanny, you got any predictions? We got season 14 right around the corner. I know we didn't start season 13 playoffs yet. Who gives a damn? You guys know we don't mess around over here. These are shortened seasons. The blood disappears. You ladies don't have to change your tampons as frequently as you have to. I mean, what are we talking about over here, Flanny? We talking 14-14? Are we talking 16-16? Are we talking 20-20? Any predictions for season number 14, broski?
That all depends how this season ends. So far, it's looking real good. We're always getting new members. and the waiver guys, are fighting through, staying on there. A lot of guys thought a lot of these guys will be out of here already, man, but they're not, man. They're proving they're coming online. Like I said, we got over 20 guys each night, man, on the waivers, where we even have to run two separate waiver games. So and if that happens, by next when the draft pool comes up, man, when the signups come up, man, I don't see why not. We could. Hey, man, I thought we could go 14-14 starting this season, man. And
Yeah.
it just proves you on here. If we were able to go 14-14 for season 13, season 14 easily go 14-16 or more, man. That all depends, how the season ends. And if it does the way it's going on right now, I wouldn't guess not, man.
Yeah. All right. So just a couple of points because we don't have much time left. Just want to remind you guys, if you guys are interested, continue to post your captaincy interest on that thread. I'm Moose on Ice. Flanny, you got anything else for this interview or what?
No, I mean, yeah, you mentioned captains. The post is there. A lot of guys are stepping up. Some guys are still waiting to see if you could step up, especially if we're going to jack up the teams, man. If we're going to bump the teams up, we need the captains. So don't come next season and be like, hey, I don't want to play for this guy, or I don't like my team. Hey, step up, be captain, and see if you could put a team up, man. So
Yeah,
before you
or
do
you don't
that,
want to be that
I don't want to
seventh
hear
or,
it, man.
yeah, or you don't want to be that seventh or eighth guy on that bench who doesn't have to play anytime. Get more involved, Moose family. Flanny, I want to thank you for this opportunity, for this interview today.
My
Make
pleasure.
sure you guys continue to check us out, www.mooseonice.com. Follow us on Twitter at Moose on Ice. Jim Flanagan, Giant918, signing out.
And
Have a good night, everybody.
reminder before we sign out, Giant. Tomorrow night, man, 6 p.m. Eastern. Jim Flanagan, Giant 918, back on the radio wave, man. Fan show. Check it out, man.
Serious business, Moose fam.
All right.